Yo, how is it going? My name's Kieran and I am the groom getting married to the bride in case none of you know me. Hopefully most of you might know me there. And so today Flossie's asked me to answer a few questions about Cass and our relationship to have a little bit of fun. So let's kick it off then. If you could describe your spouse in one word, what would it be? It's a hard question, so I'm gonna probably cheat a little bit and use a few little words, but I'll keep it just like, one word description sort of thing. Cass is caring. She's a really caring person. I think that sums her up the best. She's very beautiful, obviously, as you all should know. Very loyal too. So those three words are the best way to describe her, even though I know the question asks for one word. Sorry about the little first question. I'm already working my way around the questions. If Cassie could wear one of my clothing items, what would it be? Yeah, there's a few that she wears of mine. Probably would have to be one of my camo tops or one of my plethora of jumpers or jackets that I own like this. Yeah, definitely one of those two. Okay. Imitate how your spouse behaves when they get angry. Yeah, that's the best I can do. It's normally, the angry eyes, the little huff and puff here and there. She's gonna hate me for that one. Which one of you spends more time on the computer and doing what? Look, it's obviously me. I spend more time on the computer, but it's not like that. I obviously do super serious business stuff on the computer. That's what I do all the time. I'm constantly working on Word documents. I don't play that many video games. Whoever's told you otherwise, they're a terrible liar. But yeah, it's definitely me, and it's definitely video games. Alright, who takes longer to get dressed? Is it me or Cass? That one's really easy. It's not like I'm saying anything mean or anything. It's obviously Cass. She's not too long actually taking to get dressed half the time. There was one time when we first started dating, I think I timed how long she took to get ready and it was like an hour or something like that. Like, I did it as a joke, but that's just a very extreme example. She did take an hour to get ready one time and I normally take 5 minutes tops. Who usually gets their way? Yeah, that one's definitely me. I sort of get shitty if I don't get my way. For sure, it's me. Alright, let's move on to the next question. So, it's like a finish the sentence one. I wish my spouse would stop farting and burping and stealing my energy drinks. What colour are Cassie's eyes? Baby blue, easy. What's the most embarrassing thing you have ever done around your spouse? Shit. This is like a regular, daily basis thing for me, but most embarrassing thing I've ever done around Cass? Probably there was one time I got really drunk and I couldn't get up all the stairs all the way at home. And I think I got up halfway and I passed out and fell down the stairs 3 times in a row. That was pretty embarrassing. It's either that or the New Year's Eve party where I kept putting sausages in everyone's pants. Yeah, not two of my best moments. Not gonna lie about that. What is Cassie's favourite colour? It's gotta be yellow, I reckon. Now, come on, it's purple. We all know that. How would I describe the perfect weekend? The perfect weekend. It's gotta be, weekend escape. No phones, no work, no obligations. Lots and lots of food, lots and lots of beverages. Lots and lots of music, tunes, whether it's live or, just on the radio or something like that. Just keeping it really chill, just going somewhere different for a change. That's my perfect weekend for sure. If today were the last day before the end of the world, how would I spend it, and how would Cass spend it? If it was the last day before the end of the world, probably pretty similar to something like I answered in the last question. You know, there'd be lots and lots of eating of food because you're not going to get to eat food once you're dead. There's lots and lots of drinking of beverages because you can't really do that when you're dead. Spending it, you know, with all my closest people, like, you know, Cass, obviously, my mates, my cats, my family, you know. How would Cass spend it? Sleeping, for sure. She's a really big sleeper. Sleeping is like her favourite thing. If she could marry sleeping, she probably would. If you could change anything about Cass, what would it be? Honestly, nothing. I'm marrying her for that reason. Like there's nothing I would change. Like she's so good. She's so good. You know. If our house caught on fire, what one thing would Cass grab before leaving? Obviously the cats. Like she can't live without the cats. What is one thing that I do that Cassie hates and would love me to get rid of? I would probably say my video game addiction. Yeah. She hates me playing video games all the time, so that's probably one thing I reckon. Either that or, you know, drinking heaps, but I don't drink that much. What's one thing that Cass does for me that she hates? Hello. She hates doing, but she does it because she loves me. Probably picking me up from when I'm, you know, been drinking all night long or something like that. That's shit job. No one wants to do that, especially for me. Can you imagine doing that for me? I wouldn't want to do that for me. What is one trait of mine that annoys Cassie the most? One trait of mine that annoys Cassie the most. I suppose I'm a bit of a pest, especially when I get bored. Like, I'm a massive, massive pest. So, like, if I'm just sitting around with doing nothing, I'll poke ya. You know, I'll just joke around a bit too much sometimes. So, yeah, that's probably my most annoying thing that she hates. What's one bad habit that I have that Cassie hates? Video games, I suppose. I mean, she doesn't hate it, but, you know, sometimes a man likes to play some video games, likes to kill another man on the other side of the world via video game format. It's good. It's good. Have you ever bought anything and kept the purchase a secret from Cassie? Well, I think the obvious answer here is the engagement ring. I had that bought for about 2 or 3 months prior to when I was actually going to ask her. I didn't even actually ask her parents before I bought it. Sorry about that, guys. But I made sure I double checked before I asked her. Did the right thing there. But I think that was probably the definition of the best Christmas present you could give. That's how I thought about it when I was going to propose to her. I thought, what's the best way to propose to someone? And I was like, well, give them the best Christmas gift that you can give. So, shout outs to the engagement ring for that one. If your spouse won the lottery, what would be the first thing that they buy? House. Definitely a house. Cassie's been talking about houses. To which charity would Cassie most likely donate? Probably something to do with cats, you know, Homeless Cats Foundation, if that's a thing, or maybe just the RSPCA. It's not really a charity, but, you know, she would donate to animals first, I think. Who actually controls the money in the family? So this is a bit of a peculiar situation because I would say overall it's me. You know, I'm pretty good with the controlling of the money, you know, delegating here and there and all that sort of jazz. But when it's come to this last few months, you know, with the wedding and all the budgeting and all that sort of stuff, Cass has really stepped up and she's really controlled, I would say, 90% of that. So she's done a great job controlling it. Like, in that regard, I'd say it's 50-50 because she's, you know, dealt with the important stuff here. So, yeah, 50-50. What clothing does Cassie wear that looks best on her? The work uniform. Nah, I'm kidding, obviously. The best thing I like that Cass wears, I think tank top suit are pretty good, yeah. I like the commando look, yeah, it's good, it's good. What do you like best about your spouse? What do I like best about Cassie? Well, I'm gonna go a different route here and say, as something physical I like about her, I love Cass's eyes. Cass has the best eyes out of anyone I've ever met. Um, and in terms of like, what do I like about her personality wise? She's such a caring chick. Like, if you ever have a problem or an issue, she always is like there to help not only me out but anyone else in general. She's really good like that. Like, really, really good. What does one thing Cass likes best about me? It's got to be the comedy for sure. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty funny bloke when I want to be. It's definitely not the looks. That's for certain. That's not why I'm here. What frightens your spouse the most? Probably a cat escaping from the house and like not coming back. That's even terrifying to me. So from her perspective, I'd be, absolutely terrified by that. What is the most embarrassing thing Cass has said or done around me? The most embarrassing thing. So this is probably going to involve a bit of a side story here, and I apologise in advance, Cass, but I have to tell this story. And I know your mum and your grandma is probably going to be there, but I have to tell this story. I had a going away party there was a time where I lived in Japan for about 9 or so months or something like that. And so I had a going away party at my old parents' house, and Cass bought a bottle of tequila. And she literally drank the whole thing in the space of 2 hours or something like that, I think it was. She literally put a straw in the bottle straight down the hatch. It's an incredible skill she's got. You guys should ask her to do that for you today. It's really something to behold. So anyway, Cass pretty much drank this whole bottle of tequila in like 2 hours straight, or 2 hours flat, something like that. And she ended up passing out outside my bedroom floor, like head on the ground with butt up in the air. And basically all my mates were just taking photos with her passed out in the background, and there's a hilarious one of Mitch and Cass on Facebook somewhere. So that's probably the most embarrassing thing that Cass has ever done around me, for sure. What is Cass's most irritating habit? Cass's most irritating habit. What does she do that gets annoying? Look, like, there's nothing bad or anything like that, but there's something that she can't control. She sometimes, like, sleep talks, like, a lot. She'll randomly just talk gibberish to me while I'm trying to sleep, and I'm just, like, sitting there, like, what the heck did you just say? Like, that's probably the most irritating, but she can't really do anything about that, because she's asleep when she does it, you know what I mean? Like, what is Cass's most repeated phrase? Yeah, dude. She likes to say yeah, dude, a lot at the moment, so there's that one. What is one item of clothing that your spouse wears that you cannot stand? Yeah, I've got no answer for that one. Like, I don't care what anyone wears. It doesn't really bother me too much. If she wore Crocs, that would be a bigger issue, but she doesn't. So, no, I've got no problems with that one. No answer, unfortunately. That's a bit dud, isn't it? What word best describes your spouse first thing in the morning? Sleepy, wanting to go back to bed, not wanting to get up. All of those. Just sleep, sleepy, sleep. Yeah, something like that. What would Cass say is her best and worst features? I think Cass might agree with me on this. I think she would say that her best feature physically is her eyes, and I think she would also agree with me when I say that she's a pretty caring person. Like, emotionally, that's what she would probably think is her best feature. As for her worst features, and she always talks about this with me, like, all the time, and I personally don't see it, but She does want to lose a little bit of weight. That's, that's what she said to me, but I think she's fine the way she is personally. Maybe emotionally she might think that sometimes she's a little bit too reserved, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't feel like she can stand up for herself, I suppose. That's what I would guess for her perspective on that. Where will Cass say that she had the best vacation with me? No, Japan. Japan was a sick time. Like, probably move back there one day together. Just saying. Japan is amazing. Which of you eats the most junk food? You're looking right at him. So this is just a human form of junk food combined with chalky milk and alcoholic beverages. That's what this is. This is the package. This is the package. Who is the best cook? Definitely Cassie. Definitely Cassie. I cook maybe once or twice every 2 weeks at best, and it is easily the worst meal out of those 2 weeks for sure. Who would you say has the better in-laws, me or Cass? Ooh, controversial opinions here. I like my in-laws. They're great, you know. They've really gotten used to me, I think. So they're very comfortable with me, which is good, you know. We have a good relationship. But, I grew up with my parents, so I'm going to have to say my parents, because my mum and dad would kill me if I didn't say my mum and dad. So, shout out to mum and dads. But Laurie and Don and Gary, you're all amazing too. What's Cassie's favourite colour? I'm fairly sure I already answered this. It's yellow, obviously. Come on, it's purple. Come on, it's purple. What is Cassie's favourite junk food? Ooh, Porter. Or Porter. What is Cassie's favourite movie snack? Popcorn. We both love popcorn. That's the reason why we go to the movies, why we watch movies. Popcorn is so good. What's Cassie's favourite movie? She doesn't really have a favourite movie, but I can give you a favourite genre. She loves like those Disney sort of movies, and I would argue that Frozen was her favourite movie for a good while there. Potentially still is. Cassie's favourite restaurant. Ooh. It's got to be something like Asian inspired or curry inspired. I'm going to go with the noodle place at Katara there. That one's pretty mint. I'm not sure if it's her favourite, but it's her most requested place to go, for sure. What is Cassie's favourite TV show? There was one she loved for ages called Once Upon a Time. She also loves Pretty Little Liars. Pretty Little Liars. Shout out to Sam for showing her that show. I also watched that show with her for 3 seasons. Won't admit it if you ask me in public. But definitely happened. What meal is your spouse's favourite? It's called curry. What adjective best describes Cass's family? Fun and energetic. Yeah, very fun and energetic people. What is your mother-in-law's birthday? What is your father-in-law's birthday? Oh, shit. I've got no clue, to be honest with you. It's on the calendar at home, so don't worry, I'm not that bad, but oh man, I'm shocking with birthdays. Like, half the time I don't even know when it's my birthday, so please don't take offense to that one. What did your spouse, or what did I get for Cassie for our first Christmas together and for her first birthday? First Christmas together would have been the wedding ring, because I was away in Japan, and it wouldn't have been the wedding ring actually. It would have been something like a Nerf gun or something the year before. Actually, no, it was a Polaroid camera. We bought ourselves a Polaroid camera our first Christmas together. It was like a combined gift, and we opened it like the night before Christmas so we could use it. I think that's what we agreed on. As for her first birthday, what did I get Cass on her first birthday? Well, the first birthday I was meant to spend with her, we actually weren't partners at that stage. It was her 18th birthday? 18th birthday for sure. and I was invited to her party, and I accidentally didn't make it there because I had a obligation that night. So for her first birthday, I gave her a present of disappointment for not showing up. But the year after, I'm fairly sure I would have got her probably like flowers or something just for the first year, not something big. That would be my guess. That's a long time ago. I don't remember what I got for my birthday this year. Actually, yes, I do. But you know, that's a long time ago. 2 seconds. I just accidentally closed the questions. Silly Billy. What was the first meal that Cass ever cooked for me? Was it good? First meal Cass would have ever cooked for me would have been her take on a curry. So just for those playing at home who don't know what a McCurrick curry is, it's sort of like a lot of curry powder with a lot of chili flavouring through it, with uses like a mint sort of stuff, and it's mixed with like pasta. So it's sort of weird amalgamation of like Italian influence in the pasta and like Indian influence in the flavorings and all that sort of stuff. Was it good? It was very interesting the first time I had it. I think I liked it. Like, I've definitely come around on it a lot more, but it was like one of those like, ooh, what you know, this different. I'm gonna say yes, it was good because I definitely like Cass's curry. So, what was the first movie that you both watched in a theater and at home? Ooh. So in a theater, it's got to be, because we used to do this thing where like a few kids from work used to go see a movie like every month or so often. I'm gonna say that the first movie that we saw in theaters was Man of Steel. I feel like that's the first one. That's my first recollection of one. And in terms of at home, it would have been at Cass's on her PC or iPad, and it would have been either Frozen, because she forced me to watch that when it came out, because you know I was big, don't want to watch Frozen's gay, all this sort of stuff. So I'm gonna guess Frozen was the first one we watched at her house. Yeah. What was your first impression of Cassie? My first impression was that she was a lot of fun, you know, to talk with and hang out with, and that she's just like a very lively person, you know what I mean? She always liked having a joke around, always liked having a little fool around, all that sort of stuff, you know? She's very fun and just good to be around, yeah. Always had fun, always do have fun. When did you and your spouse first dance first, and to what song? This is gonna sound really awkward, but I think the first time we actually danced together, and it wasn't like dance, but like dance together, would have been at the Warners Bay Hotel when she went out one night with her friends. And it was just like, you know, just a little boogie going on, little jive and whatnot. As for what song, who knows? It was like R&B music, probably Turned Down for What by Little John or something. I don't know. Which one of you said I love you first? Ooh. I would say probably me. Yeah, I think it was me for sure. Describe Cassie on our first date. I think on our first proper date, she was probably she was excited for sure, because I think we've been planning it for a while. I'm going off the basis that our first date, Cass, was that day that we went into town and went to Sticky Tie Rice and round the foreshore and all that sort of stuff with the Groot tree. That's what I'm going with for this first date, because I don't think we technically called it a first date. She was a little bit quiet in some parts, but you know, first date's always like that. But she was a lot of fun. She really opened up. We had a lot of fun, hung out together, and we just got really, really close, I think, on the first date, and it just stayed like that for forever, hopefully. When and where did you first kiss? Where did we first kiss? Probably would have been, no, not would have been, it is. It was at the drive-in. After our first date at the drive-in, we went to the drive-in, we watched 3 movies, and we were chilling in Cass's car, and then at the end I finally got the courage to kiss her. So it's a good memory, that one, actually. What did Cassie think about you after your first date? Well, I don't live in her head, so I don't really know the answer to that one, but I'm gonna think, oh, what an idiot. This guy thinks he's funny. He's really white. I don't know, just the usual sort of stuff, I suppose. Hopefully it was that she wanted to go on another date, which she eventually did, so. What was it that Cass made me realise... What was it about Cass that made me realise that she was the one? That's a really good question. There's a lot of things. It's not just one thing. It's just the fact that I knew that this was the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, She is the person that I would call my best friend. Sorry, mates, it's true. Like, I can talk to her about anything. We both love each other. We care for each other. We have similar ideas of what we want to do for the future. We know what we want. I just couldn't honestly imagine life without anyone else. I really, really couldn't. Cass is my rock for sure. If I don't know where I would be right now if I didn't have her in my life. So it wasn't just one thing. It was multiple things that made me realize, hey, I want to marry this girl, and I'm looking forward to it. 45 days today, by the way. Shout outs to the wedding. What was your worst date with Cass? We haven't really had bad dates. I can't think of a bad date that we've ever had. So, sorry for the crap answer, but maybe the worst date was like one time she was super tired and maybe a little bit sleepy at a Max Brenner table. It doesn't make it a bad date. She was just tired. What would be Cassie's ideal date? Probably a whole day worth of things. This is what I'm going with. Here's my idea. Whole day. So the day starts off like this. We get to sleep in. Wake up at like midday, something like that. Yes, refreshed, good, ready to go. We go get brunch down at like Warners Bay, somewhere like that, Fantastic, great food, great vibes, loving it. Go for a little wander around somewhere, maybe a walk in town, bike ride in town, something like that. Great, fantastic. Get amongst some lunch somewhere, probably something, Asian based, or like even like a curry based sort of lunch. Yeah, she'd be frothing on that. That would be great. And then we finish the night off with like probably head out to the Head and Greta drive-in theatre if they're playing 3 good movies. Cap the night off after that. Fantastic. Can't go any better than that, I reckon. And believe it or not, that is the last question that I have for you today, guys. So thanks again to Flossie for organising all this sort of stuff. I hope this video came out okay. Thank you all for coming today and helping celebrate Cass for the beautiful woman that she is. I really appreciate it. I know she does. And so thank you guys for everything. I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day, and make sure that Cass drinks a lot, because she doesn't get to drink a lot of the time. So shout out to my beautiful bride to be, and shout out to all you wonderful people. Thank you so much.